Some people quit their jobs, some get fired, and then there are those who get arrested mid-shift. Here are 5 cases when dumb people get arrested at their jobs. Number 5. Walmart employee's $5,000 theft scheme exposed. A Walmart employee in Florida gets caught stealing over $5,000 by exploiting the store's refund system. He figures out a way to process refunds without an actual customer, making the money go straight to his own account. The scam runs smoothly for a while, but eventually Walmart's loss prevention team starts noticing some red flags. After gathering enough evidence, they call the police to handle the situation.
But he's doing a refund for himself. With no
up at the customer service desk.
Well, yeah.
Because you can't do it on the regular registers. So
you probably could, but mostly it's been at the service desk.
Okay.
You could do it in any register, but
an employee can.
Mainly it's done at the service desk.
Because an employee has access to the codes to get into the others. Because
I
I can't give myself a refund as a customer.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So
okay. He has codes and he has authorization to do anything, basically.
Okay.
So basically, he pulls a receipt out of his pocket, goes up to the register, scans the receipt, and just does a refund. And if it goes back to his card, he'll just hit the computer, everything goes immediately back to his card. Refund is done, crumbles up that receipt, gets a return slip. The return slip is supposed to go on the merchandise. Crumbles up that return slip and throws it on the trash can.
So nobody ever knows?
Nobody ever knows.
How'd you come across it?
We just noticed it.
So this is what he does?
This is him.
Okay.
Reaches in his pocket, which you don't do. Pulls out a receipt, which we don't do.
And there's nobody standing there, so...
Oh, there's people there, but...
No, I'm saying like customer that he's helping.
Yeah, there's no customer. He pulled it out of his own pocket. There's nobody there doing a refund.
Yeah, clearly. Okay.
So, he scans it, but then all of a sudden...
Can I go back real quick? We'll see you come up, I'm sure.
He scans it.
Because you know what the point of sale screen is doing, so...
I don't know anything. I don't know.
Oh, you don't use them?
I don't know how to do a refund.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
But I do know that I'm trying to show. See, you get an item, but then he sees me. This is me coming. Then he just cancels the whole thing. Cancels it. Goes back to a regular screen.
And puts it back in his pocket.
Walmart security reviews the footage and confirms that he is performing refunds without any customers present. They also pull transaction records showing suspicious refund activity going back to January.
And then, when did y'all then grab him to... shortly after that, or do you think he's coming back and does it again?
No, he might have come back and did it again, but right before I called dispatch, or right when I called dispatch when they walked up to our place.
Tell you what happened, right? It could be, depending on what it is, it goes back like 30 minutes. How are you doing?
Good. I'm here to see y'all, but I'm not sitting there down sitting there and sign paperwork for you. That's fine. You don't have to sign paperwork for you, though.
Okay.
But you're going to be charged.
I know. I'm just down like I said, man. You're not rude. What do you mean rude to you? I just don't need to sit down and sign paperwork.
Let's go back in the office real quick. You don't have to sign any paperwork for me. That's fine.
What you saying?
Alright. So, I think we've met a few times.
Yes, sir.
He's been about almost a few times.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, before we get started, you're not free to leave, because obviously we're investigating. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be held against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. And you can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not answer any questions or make any statements. You understand these rights I've read to you? And with these rights in mind, do you wish to answer some questions for me? Okay. So, go ahead and stand back up for me. You can let go of your fingers.
Sure. You have a discount card? We got it. We have it.
No. Kirk, these things, hold on, let me lock them so when you sit down they don't tighten up on you. These things aren't made for comfort. Your palms are supposed to stay like that. If you try to twist, it's probably going to hurt.
Now in cuffs, the suspect knows he's caught and doesn't put up much of a fight. The officers search him before taking him in.
All right, but before you sit down, do you have anything on you that's going to hurt me, poke me, stick me? Anything that could be illegal?
No, not illegal.
Okay.
But I do have needles in my pocket, and they're for my diabetes.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Where
I have,
are they at? In your pocket?
In my pocket.
And are they capped?
No.
They are
because
not
one's
capped.
been used. But it's a quick pen, so it's
Oh, it's like an EpiPen, like a.
Well, I have the pen, but then I also have the needle top. So
Okay.
it's like a pen, and then you have to unhook it and put a needle.
Which pocket?
I believe my left pocket.
Okay.
Or my left.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna start with your right.
That's fine.
So, this was yours.
Yes, sir.
You want another sip before we go?
No, thank you. Thank you for asking.
She's got copies of this.
All right. So obviously, there's certain things that you can't take into the jail with you,
Yeah. Well,
like that.
right.
And
Okay.
these. We're not gonna let you take those in.
Well, my only thing is, well, that's fine. I'll deal with that one.
Yeah. No, I mean they have everything.
I
that
just
you're
hope,
gonna need.
because last time they almost killed me, so. And I'm not, I know that's not yours, but.
Yeah.
I know I can't take them in there, but I just don't want to die almost this time.
Yeah, no. So what I'll do though is I'll actually take pictures. That way I'll talk to the nurse and like this is what he had on him. So
And like I've got my bracelet, and I know they probably won't let me keep that, but like.
What bracelet?
that's-
The
it
metal
says I'm a
bracelet?
diabetic,
they should.
yeah. I know. I just don't want to die when I get in there again. I mean, I'm not
They should
blaming
let
you.
you.
Well, they didn't give me
Should.
medicine for my 11 days. They gave me almost. Like I was in a hospital a chance for 7 of them.
What do you want me to do with your knife?
Throw it away, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I know I can't take it in there.
Yeah, no, they won't take liquids or anything in there.
Throw it all the way down. Well,
they-
Vicks, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, they're not gonna let you have that in there either.
He doesn't resist, but appears more disappointed in himself than anything, even mentioning past jail experiences and worrying about not receiving proper medical care if locked up again.
The only thing they're gonna let you take is this stuff.
That's,
You want me to turn your phone off for you?
I was hoping that somebody would let me at least call my girlfriend and tell her.
You could throw it in your truck if you wanted it, I guess.
My truck's not here. My girlfriend
Okay.
picks me up. I just wanted to let her know that I'm going to jail, so because she has my truck and it's not.
We'll when we get up the car, I'll let you call her. That way we can let them get back to work.
Thank you.
So go ahead and stand back up for me.
Is there any way that, with the respect to Walmart, that I could walk out with you and not in cuffs?
Well, the
I'm
handcuffs
not-
aren't going to come off. I mean, the only thing I can do is I can have another unit come and sit with you, and I can walk you out the back door. But I don't know. I can't guarantee there's going to be anybody.
Whatever. I don't need to hear anything right here anyway. So.
Yeah, there's. I mean,
It took me about an hour earlier today to get somebody out here. You showed up pretty quick, so I doubt somebody else will show up.
yeah, they're all tied up right now. I had just cleared a call.
Can I? Is there any way you can just take my shirt off of me so I don't have to walk out like customers realizing?
Right now, that's the officer.
That's fine. I mean, it's just a question. If not, then that's not.
You want to ask this stuff?
No, I'm just gonna put it back in his pocket. Go ahead and stand up for me. Yeah, you're not gonna get the shirt off without.
That's fine.
Without.
Okay. Just a question.
And the AC's on like full blast, or if it's not, I'll get it on.
As officers secure him in the patrol car, they finalize the paperwork and process his case before heading to jail.
And again, I just want to confirm you have nothing else on you, any necklaces or anything?
Oh yeah, I do have necklaces.
We'll take off when we get there, but
No, nothing else.
nothing else
No,
that
no,
would
no.
be a felony inside? Okay.
No, sir. No.
And when we get there, we'll let you, they'll let you take your earrings out.
Okay.
He did admit to everything he did. But when I asked him to write a statement, that's when he was like, treat us
And then he wouldn't talk to me. Okay. Fair enough. I'll get you that CR in just a second. I gotta ask you some questions first. So this goes from January 17th?
Yeah, I've got them all the way back to January 17th. Each one of these is a separate transaction that he refunded.
Right.
And either he got cash, or he put it on a gift card, or he refunded it back to
And
like
I'm assuming 91 and 94 are the registered.
This is the registered numbers, yes.
Okay. That's what I'm saying, but I'm assuming those are customer service registers?
Yeah.
Not a normal register? Okay. Cash refund, shopping card is just a gift card?
Gift cards.
Like a Publix gift, I mean
like
a Walmart gift card?
Walmart gift cards.
Okay. Visa is his Visa?
Yeah. Like back to his debit or Visa.
Right. Yeah, I'm assuming it was one of his debit cards.
Yeah.
Or a credit card. What's NP? How's that a question?
This is actually nothing.
Okay.
I was printing each one of them off, and my printer messed up, so I was notating which ones didn't print.
Oh, not printed. Okay.
Yeah, so these two sections aren't really anything you guys need to know.
Okay.
I was just trying to break it down to each transaction that we had them on.
Okay, cool.
The asset protection officer confirms the theft and refund scam, ensuring the cop has all the details needed before taking the suspect to jail.
So I watched the video today. So basically what he would do is he would purchase something, have a receipt from when he purchased something on his, however he paid for it.
His receipt, he would pull receipts out of his pocket.
Right.
As throughout the day, he would be at the service desk. He would just go into the refund screen.
So they may not have been stuff that he purchased.
Yeah, it could have been stuff he found. I know I had one that was not him. It was like a $35 charger that a girl had purchased because I literally went back.
She
and
left
found
the receipt, and then that's probably this 30.
And somehow he ended up with the receipt
and got cash back.
Yes.
So it could be something that she just left the receipt on the counter, and he just grabbed it and pocketed it. And
yeah,
did
I
the
mean
refund later.
you can find receipts all over the parking lot.
Absolutely.
Garbage. But over time,
$45.50. I feel like it should be higher than that, but I guess y'all haven't called us that much this year.
oh, get ready for it.
We're getting them in office, but we're not calling on at least 80% of them.
Yeah. All right. Well, did y'all want him trespassing? He said he's not coming back, but that's up to y'all.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll say that.
All right. You want to come tell him, or do you want me to just do it for you? He's gonna tell you something. I'm gonna grab your phone out of your
Kurt, I
pocket.
wasn't in there, buddy. I mean, I was part of the investigation, saw what all this stuff happened. You said you're not going to come back to Walmart at all? Well, we're going to make that legal.
That's fine.
So don't come back to the property, all right, buddy?
That's fine. That's fine.
Me and you never had a problem.
No,
It's
sure,
just
I don't- I-
You did what you had to do, and we did what we had to do.
Right,
That's
no,
all.
I got you. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm mad at myself.
Well, you got caught. I mean,
I'm mad at myself. No, I have no hard
So-
feelings or anything.
So you're being trespassed from Walmart for a year.
Okay.
If you come back anytime in that year, you'll be arrested.
Along with the arrest, they issue a trespass order, banning the former employee from Walmart for a year. If he returns, he'll face even more charges.
Understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right.
Suzanne,
I
my
got
baby.
I got a
Just,
phone.
yeah, Suzanne, my baby, or something like that, from Reasons.
Is it just Suzanne?
No, it's Suzanne, my baby.
There. Oh, I just saw it. Right there.
Yep. God, I know how she's gonna pick up too. She's gonna be so excited that she's coming here. Please don't not pick up on the one fucking time I need you.
Does she work?
She's got my card now. But we were supposed to head out of town on Saturday, and like she's coming to get me. Hey, honey, it's 1:40 on Friday. I know you're about to come pick me up, but I'm getting arrested from Walmart. So don't, of course, don't pick me up. But if you can, call Nicole and let her know, so she can possibly let Lorelai, or if you can get a hold of Lorelai or Lily, and don't let them know right now, but get a hold of Nicole and let her know. And I love you, and I'll call you when I'm done with jail, or when I can call you. Thank you, sir.
So your phone's not blowing up on the way there.
Oh, she'll know once the phone's off too.
Instead of facing jail time, he later gets sentenced to 5 years of probation. Number 4. A rough day gets even uglier after this Karen loses her job. A woman gets fired from her job at an apartment leasing office, and instead of leaving quietly, she makes things 10 times worse. She's already angry about losing her job, but things spiral out of control when she refuses to leave the property. Here's what happens when police are called to intervene.
I'm right here. Slow down. I'm right here.
What's going on?
It wasn't necessary. Miss April, when a
going on?
crunky in our office, and I'm sick of it.
I got you. What's
You feel me? You let me go, be a nasty, and it's cool. No, it's cool.
We know each other.
It's cool.
Okay, what's
But I
going
should have beat that ass. So everything. I should have beat, and that's on everything.
I got you. Look.
No, that. I've been too good to this motherfucking place, and she let me go on some fucking personal and it's good. But I'm telling you, I'm tired of her belittling me. I should have slapped the her. That's on God.
I get it.
Wait.
You're upset.
No, very much so, because I done gained too much time in this motherfucking place, and people treat you up, and that up, and I should have slapped her, and then you could have took me, and I would have went politely.
I got you. But look, I don't want to give her a reason to say anything.
Curve.
So we know each other, right? You know me. We've talked to each other for however many months.
I'm about to go. Can I just go?
You can't right now.
I'm about to go. She want me off her property. I'm about to go.
No, but right now I have to talk to you and I have to talk to
Man,
her.
hey, listen, ain't nothing to talk about at this point. I just want to go. You come to my house.
Look, I know where you stay, but let's just keep on the lowest level possible. If this is
I don't want to talk
is,
to that. I'm done with that. Because if you put me back in there, you going to put me in handcuffs.
I don't want
I
that.
don't want to talk to her, man. It ain't nothing to talk about.
I know.
That lady standing there and she getting a... How the f*** would you feel if you was in a position and somebody laughed at you from letting you go? That set me off.
You wanna come talk where she can't?
No, f*** that. You hear what I said?
Right,
How would you feel? How would you feel? It's personal. That make you feel like you small.
What happened?
First of all, I had a party on Saturday. You wanted to control everything. Yes, you said it was too much noise. You had an issue about the hookah. But you can't have a problem about people smoking hookah when you're the property manager and you smoke cigarette. It's the same. You feel me?
Yeah.
We had a DJ.
She continues arguing with the officers, trying to justify her actions and explaining why she thinks she was mistreated.
Okay.
You came and talked to me on Saturday and everything you asked me to do,
Good.
I did that.
Yeah, I remember.
Just now from the office to the computer, all I want to do is I got personal stuff on there.
Yeah.
I just wanted to delete my personal. You snatched the laptop from me. And I told you, don't snatch it from me.
Yeah.
Like, don't play with me. Don't be fucking rude because you got the upper hand right now.
Right.
Don't because I'm about to slap you.
I got you.
Don't do that.
She's talking about in there, not me. We're good.
Like, don't do that. You don't want nobody to touch you. Don't antagonize me to touch you.
Yeah.
Like if somebody you have something and somebody snatch it from you, sir, what you gonna do? You gonna feel away, right? Take the police out of it, the human side of it. You gonna be mad, right?
I understand, man.
Yeah, like don't do that. You poking the wound already there, and you saying little, and you doing little, and I'm just supposed to say that. Nah, Damon, you already know how I rock. I ain't like that. I done took a lot of from this lady, so this was my opportunity to say how the I felt, and I did. Absolutely. I just want to leave. All I said was, let me delete the stuff off of this computer because it's my personal stuff.
Right.
Because it's my computer, like my email and all my stuff is linked to that. That's all I wanted to do. Shantae said I can do it. So why are you arguing with me about a computer that I'm not going to take? I'm going to leave it. That's where the argument went left. But the argument went left from the office because you think you could say whatever the you want to say to me. This one, I ain't got to bite my tongue. You come flying down the thing, I should have beat her by then.
Yeah, the way it came in was...
Because that's how perception is reality.
Yeah, but that's why when I rolled up, I mean, I saw who you are and all stuff. It's...
Like, listen, let me tell you something. On the flip side of this, I got too much to lose. When a got to lose, they'll try you. They'll do whatever. Now I got too much to lose.
She's angry and doesn't hold back, telling everyone exactly how she feels.
Most likely what's going to end up happening on the civil side is just, depending on as far as if she wants you, like, to where you're not supposed to come back and all that stuff.
Oh my God, sir, I ain't got no reason to come back out here.
Right, I'm just saying that's all as far as paperwork-wise. We'll see where, as far as that stuff goes just right now, because obviously we have to do our side.
Don't leave till I come back. All that stuff we get sorted out. What's going wherever as far as
Well,
stuff goes.
I got first of all, what's so funny is my kids have an appointment. I was leaving anyway to take my kids to an appointment.
I have another officer coming out because, frankly, especially because we know each other and all stuff like that. I don't
Yeah,
want
that's fine. You want to be biased. Oh,
I just don't want to. Yeah.
listen,
I
you
don't
could
want
if you
that.
want to talk to me. What's your name? It's Bob.
Gillen.
Okay, you can talk to me. I don't care. But at the end of the day, let me tell you something. You don't get to provoke me, and I sit there with my hands crossed and no,
Right.
no. You want to go there? Let's go there.
Right.
I done let this lady try me for a year, so therefore she just got what I should have gave it to her 6 months ago. She just got it. Yeah, she don't want this smoke. I'm telling you, you don't want this smoke. This ain't what she want. I done sat here for a long time and shut the up for months. This ain't what she want. And you represent the company, but look how this represent. Look how this look.
Let me see. I'll talk to
Look
you.
how this look. Ain't nobody gonna want to stay here with that.
5'1" to 5'3". If you're 10'8", can you start over?
Moments later, the officer speaks with the manager to hear her side of the story.
You all right? Okay. So I talked to her. Now stuff. I want to get. Were you here for this as well? I'll get. Your
the end of it. Yeah.
I'll just get you guys' statement as far as what happens. Just being completely transparent. So, one, I know to my understanding, she's been terminated or whatever from here. So we can fill out a ban as far as that stuff goes, where she comes back to trespassing. But two, like, it's blatantly articulating assault. Like, there's no question there. It's all day. She told me that she was going to be here. Stuff, which that's not.
And the 911 operator heard it too, and so did my boss.
Well, as far as that stuff goes, if that is something that you are wanting us to proceed with, that is something that we can do. I have another officer coming out. As far as that stuff goes, I'm going to tell them what I've been told, and they'll make their own determination that way. As far as this stuff goes, can you just give me a rundown of basically what transpires? Tell me, the stuff with the laptop.
So we brought her in the office to let her go.
Right.
My boss was on Teams.
Okay.
And to let her go. Of course, she started screaming immediately and yelling. And when she finally stormed out, my boss was like, "Do you have the keys?" And I said, "No, I'll go get them right now." And I left the door open. And I went and grabbed the keys. And I said, "I need you to just get your stuff and just leave." And she grabbed the computer. And I said, "Dante, I need you not to touch our property." And she goes, "I'm going to do whatever I want. This is I got personal here." And I said, "You shouldn't have. It's work computer." And I went to shut the laptop. And she grabbed it and told me I better back to she was going to beat my ass or whatever. And that was the first start of the threats. And the whole time she's screaming. And then she started letting me know that if I leave here, don't wait. Because when you come outside, don't you think that I'm not going to whip your ass? I called the police and I said, I just need her to leave. She came around and she's standing here and she's yelling. And of course, I'm the devil and I'm a racist. And just everything like that. And going on and on. And then I was just trying to wait for her to leave. And then she threatened me again, and she came and she got in my face, and she's like this, and I kept backing up, and I said, "I need you to back up and get out of my face." I don't know what happened. I did something.
Because of the physical altercation during the fight, the employee now faces additional charges, making her situation even worse.
And then she literally, I don't want to touch you. She literally, I kept backing up, and I said, "Get in my face," and she's like, "What are you gonna do?" And then she hit me with her stomach and was pushing me back.
Oh, she mushed you?
And like it was like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You need to back up off me," because, well, honestly, Damien, I didn't want to lose my job, and I didn't know if I like bumped her back or whatever. Then
I mean, at that point, you're in self-defense. Like, they're just fully transparent.
I just didn't know, and I just like the last thing, because I know how she is, and I knew this would get turned around, and then I assaulted her somehow, and I wasn't gonna have that situation.
Yeah. I gotta move to a different, not apartment complex, but I gotta move to a different one because there's not gonna be 2 people here that I've arrested. I gotta move into it too, and I gotta get off the ground floor. So, ideally, converse with everybody and see what we got here.
Charges against her?
Absolutely, yeah.
Even though it was just a tummy bump.
Any unwanted touch is simple battery. So as far as that stuff goes, but as far as the assault goes, I'm just telling you, as far as in court goes, it's transparent, clear as day. It's on the dispatch open line. She told me she said it. You told me, she said it. Witnesses, she's gonna go. So it's gonna be assault.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't want to make any assumptions on stuff, but as far as with the property on stuff, would you like her banned from the property as well?
Absolutely. Saturday night after the deal that happened out here,
I came out whenever that was here. I wasn't on duty, but
I
came out there
thought
too.
I was worried about my house getting shot up. Like, honest to God, with the type of people that were there.
Yeah, there was a lot of people in there. They were not happy with I set Pax into bark mode. I had her barking to clear it out. So if I tell Pax to speak, she'll start. She's scared of people in there. But yeah, let me do the band stuff. I'll come back, get with you guys, see what you want to do, and then we'll go from there as far as that stuff goes. I'm gonna get the band paperwork started and all that.
After reviewing witness statements and the 911 call, the police decide to charge her with assault and disorderly conduct.
They might, I'll see. But I mean, as far as it all goes, I don't need it. This is the same form, this time it has the right name on it. Here you go. That's basically saying she's banned from the property. Like I said, I'll go get her signature. I'll bring that back to you. Get a copy. And then
And you're gonna explain to her not to visit guests, not to do anything.
yeah, I'm gonna read this off verbatim to her, and then I'm gonna explain it out to her after that.
All right, what we got?
So, as far as this goes, this is a ban form. This is basically telling you that you're not supposed to be back on the property.
So you know I'm not coming back, right? And I don't even feel comfortable. I ain't never dealt with this type of stuff, and I don't even feel comfortable signing my name on this type of stuff.
You just tell me you're refusing to sign, and I'll write refused.
Like I'm not signing my name on that because I don't even deal with y'all. Like, not even trying to be funny. Like I don't got no background, and I don't get in trouble.
I get it. So
no.
I get it. I'm gonna just tell you what it says, just so you're aware.
And he kind of explained it to me too.
Yeah.
While y'all was doing it, so I can't come back up here for no reason.
Right. Like if you get mail.
No parking lot, not through the gates.
Yeah. Just
you ain't gotta worry about it. I'm not coming back up here. I promise. I'm not. Y'all not coming back up here, and if y'all do, it won't be for me. I can make that promise to y'all.
I'm gonna read this off to you.
Okay. You got something to say to me?
What's that?
You good?
Just,
how you feel? You can talk to me.
It's a beautiful day, and you guys are
beautiful. It feel like Monday. It's Tuesday.
But for coffee.
So I just got a question. Can I press charges on her?
As far as this stuff goes, so I'll give you a case report number as well.
Yeah, I feel like because the snatching the laptop from me, like I should have slapped her. Like not even being funny.
Yeah,
I felt like you wanted me to do something to you. Like I felt like that was an introduction.
Antagonistic or something like
that. I felt like you.
You can take the report before the court and all stuff like that, and then if the judge feels you have enough, you can swear out warrants. But let me handle this, and we'll go.
Despite the overwhelming evidence and witness statements against her, the woman continues to deny any wrongdoing.
As far as the stuff goes, though, she's wanting to press charges for assault.
Ain't nobody touch her. But you gotta understand, like I explained to Mr. Woodward, you can't come in my space and snatch something from me. When I asked Shante, can I take it off? Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about no presses, no charges.
Well, I'm telling you, as far as with what she's saying, the witnesses are saying, and what you've told me, assault is there. So I gotta detain you right now, and we'll take you.
But I didn't do anything to get obtained. Like, I got my kids, like, let me make a phone call first.
If you need to make a phone call,
let me make a phone call because clearly they about to take me. I didn't even touch her. Like, but what about the things that she was saying to me? If it's assault, it gotta be.
I'm pulling the camera footage from all in there. As far as that stuff goes.
That's fine. But what about the things that she said to me? It's no camera in her office. You get what I'm saying? It's no camera in her office. What about the things she said to me? Like you gotta, if you gonna do it one side, and I'm not mad, you gotta do it both sides because I didn't put my hands on her. Right. Like she threatened me too.
So with this and all that stuff. So I'm going to give you the same thing as far as what she's getting, the whole case report number thing.
Yeah, but you arrested me.
Right. So in this,
but I got kids at home, so I don't have nobody with my kids. You get what I'm saying? So what you want me to do about my kids? Just F my kids? They don't have no daddy. They just got their mama.
I'm not saying that.
But I don't have nobody to call them. And my kid is at home.
Do you have family?
I don't have no family here, Damien. That's why I work so hard. I don't have a support system. I don't have no one. So you about to arrest me and my kids about to be home by themselves until who knows how long.
So I know Wednesday you'll go before the judge.
Oh my gosh, these people about to arrest me. So, this is crazy because.
Can I explain this to you really quick?
No, because now I'm thinking about my kids. Like, I don't know what to do about my kids.
So you're not gonna, whenever you get there, they're most likely not gonna end up putting you in the uniform and stuff. You're gonna probably be able to bond out when you get there.
But you're not hearing me, my kids.
Suddenly, she shifts the focus to her kids, claiming she has no one to care for them. However, the officers aren't letting her off the hook.
This is home. I don't have nobody to go to my kids. That's all I'm thinking about.
Are your kids at home right now?
Yes.
Can we do something where, look,
no.
Listen to me. Just listen to me. So what I'm allowed to do, as far as because this is a misdemeanor, I can do a release on subpoena. So what I'm going to do, as far as all stuff goes, is I'm going to write up an A and B. So we're going to write up an A and B. You're still going to get a court date. You still have to go before the court as far as all this stuff goes, okay? Please do not miss that, otherwise they can cut out a warrant. But then if I write this up to where, as far as release on subpoena, You can take your car and you can go home to your kids. Is that something that
Please.
works for you as far as this stuff
I'm not
goes?
gonna miss no court date.
Okay, because right now that's the best solution I have for all this, and then we'll go.
I just do what you gotta do, Dan. I just wanna go.
I got you.
Try to take me. I just need to figure out my kids. It's just me and my kids. So that's only my concern. I'm not telling y'all how to do y'all job. I'm a mother first. I'm thinking about my kids.
Absolutely. I mean,
and I don't have nobody.
Dad, so don't come back here, because at that point, that's the whole trespassing thing is a factor. But as far as this stuff goes, we'll handle the paperwork side of it and all that stuff goes. They'll send you a subpoena thing. You'll go before the court, and then it's just that simple. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just hang out just for a second. I know you just want to talk to me, and then we'll go from there.
Can you define what assault is? Because maybe I'm not understanding.
So as far as so if somebody says I'm gonna say I tell somebody I'm gonna beat your ass, whatever.
Yeah.
There's assault as long as there's the belief that someone meant what they're saying.
Right.
Now if somebody actually hits somebody, that's battery or simple battery, depending.
I got you.
So this is just gonna be a copy as far as this goes.
Yes, sir.
Just for your records.
Thank you.
They'll send you as far as
subpoena goes.
They're
gonna send you something in the mail.
They'll send you a subpoena.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have any questions about it anytime, just contact the Chatham County Court Office, and they'll go ahead and give you instructions as far as that stuff goes.
Instead of taking her straight to jail, they issue a release on subpoena, requiring her to appear in court.
All I care about is my record. Does this open up a record for me?
Right now, until you're convicted of anything, there's no record of saying that you.
So if I'm convicted, what that mean? I could do jail time. Or I could do my first offense.
I think for your first offense, it'd be
probation.
If that, just to be honest, as far as for something as simple assault, you may end up having to do a certain community service or something like that.
I don't know. I will say this, as you writing it in your report. When I was sitting in her office, she was smiling, this was funny to her. She was getting a kick out of it, so it made me get upset. Y'all didn't even give me a chance to explain my side. So it was pretty much what she said is what it is. Now, granted, when we was out there having a good time, you say residents felt the way.
I live in the building and I didn't have any issue with it.
Oh, so. Okay. Maybe some did, but there were people out there with us. So when the second set of officers come, because I wasn't there when the first one came, is it too loud? He said no.
Right. Yeah, no,
I say, are we doing something wrong? I say, because I work here. If I'm doing something wrong, then I'm held accountable just like they are.
Right.
She came and she told me, she said, I need you to move the DJ in the clubhouse, and I need you to move the hookers in the clubhouse. I did that.
Hookers or?
Sound like some hookers?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, hookers.
Yeah.
Hookers. She told me to move it in the clubhouse. They mean I did that.
Yeah. No,
so everything you asked me to do, I did. So I didn't understand what the problem. I'll tell you what the problem was, and I hate making it black and white. It was a bunch of black people out there, and we was turned up, having a good time. Yeah. That was it.
But I'll let you do your thing. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get with her, and then Oh my God.
On top of the charges against her, she's also banned from the property, meaning if she ever returns, she'll be facing even more charges. Number 3. Manager caught red-handed after $42,000 mysteriously disappears. A company manager thinks he can get away with spending over $42,000 at strip clubs using the company credit card. He resigns suddenly, assuming no one will notice, but his departure triggers an internal investigation. The company reports the fraud and law enforcement steps in. The police locate him at his home and place him under arrest.
So you do? Okay. I'm glad you are honest and upfront. Obviously, I want to hear your side because obviously I think there's some personal stuff going on according to, but before we get into that, I just want to confirm you are who you are. So first name is John or Johnny?
John.
J-O-H-N. Okay, so obviously you know that this is a criminal investigation. Before I speak to you about the investigation, because I do want to hear your side of it. I have to read your rights. Have you ever been read your rights before? All right, cool. I am going to read you your rights. I'm required to warn you before you make any statement that you have the following constitutional rights. 1, you have the right to remain silent, not answer any questions. Any statement you make must be freely and voluntarily given. You have the right to the presence or representation of a lawyer of your choice before you make any statement and during any questioning. All right, so I'm just going to have you sign this. This is not an admission of guilt at all. It's just understanding what I just read you. Any questions? Good. Dude, I'm going to be completely honest with you. As a man, you are a year older than me. When I saw this case, I'm like, there is absolutely no way, no how that somebody can spend $42,000 at a strip club, and I looked at it twice. I'm like, there's no way. Until obviously we went there and saw. I still think it's like hard to believe. Although I give you props, I'm not gonna lie, because that is hard to do what you did. Besides that, all joking aside with that, I was told a lot of good things about you. That you had a very important job. That you made decent money or above average money, and you were an important piece.
The officer questions him and asks him to explain his side of the story.
With that being said, I don't know if it's the truth, if it's a lie, if it's whatever. That's why I want to get down to the bottom of it so that I can give answers to the people I need to give answers to, because obviously you're in a situation, but if I don't know the answers, I can't help, or I can't give these people answers. So just explain to me what's going on. Don't worry about the strip club part of it right now. Just the backstory, the back end, the first part of it. Just like what got you like to where you were, or personal stuff.
I mean, just personal stuff, like mentally. I just collapsed.
Right.
Basically, my mom's been in and out of the hospital. My brother was in ICU. He had a 20-foot fall. Was on life support when I saw him.
God.
So.
Where was that?
In Texas.
Okay.
Austin, Texas. Actually, I flew out there for work, and I had to deal with that. Like, as soon as I got off the plane, that was the first thing. That was the first phone call I got.
So that's what I was kind of. All right, so you do have a brother in Texas, and you did have work stuff in Texas. So it was just a coincidence that it was both in
because
Austin.
he came in. Well, I knew that he lived in Austin.
Okay.
But he came into the hospital as a John Doe, unidentifiable, and the caretaker was able to find my number in his apartment, and that was the call that I got as soon as I got off the plane.
Oh, wow.
So I had to rush to the hospital with that, and it's just a lot.
Do you remember what hospital that was? Is he doing okay now?
Yeah, he's in rehab. They're just trying to get him cognitively better.
Right.
They're providing speech, physical therapy. He's improving. So. Yeah.
What day was that? You remember?
He admits to making the charges and tries to justify his actions. He claims he was under a lot of stress due to family issues, including a brother in the hospital and work-related pressure.
Not off the top of my head.
April sometime? That sound right?
Had to be, yeah.
All right. So you go there, he's in the hospital, you deal with him, you're supposed to do some work stuff, and what happens with the work stuff?
I didn't get to it. Just couldn't.
And you were in contact with who?
Dan Haggerty.
Okay. After that trip is when you come back home?
I come back home and just dealing with that, dealing with my mom, the demands of work. It just got a lot.
Right.
Just honestly, mentally, just got a lot. I was having, in our role, the therapists are a commodity, right? So we had a lot of therapists that resigned, a lot of therapists that were threatening to resign if I didn't call them back in like 5 minutes. It was just, I just couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
I just couldn't, mentally I couldn't. I was coming home, I was disconnecting from my kids, disconnecting from my wife, barely talking to them. I had no, I was an avid gym goer, wasn't doing that. I just, mentally I wasn't there.
Was it for this, 2-week, month time frame, or was it prior to that as well?
It was just, it was a lot prior, but then just, everything just kind of piled on, man. It was just back to back to back, and I just...
What was prior, if you don't mind me asking?
My mom fractured her hip. I had to fly out to Colombia. Just ongoing health issues with my mom. Even though my brother is there, he's not there to support my mom.
So you have a brother in Colombia?
Well, no, it's the guy.
It's the same one in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's been kind of off the radar, right? So it's just, it falls on me. Just everything falls on me when it comes to my mom. And I just, again, the demand of work, just a lot. And I stuck around because of that, because of the financials. I have debt. I support my mom financially. My family.
Yeah.
So I just.
You got bills to pay.
Try to do the best I could. I could. I tried to do the best I could. And
does your wife work?
He says he started the night by going out for drinks with coworkers and then decided to go to a strip club alone. That's when things spiraled out of control.
She does. But yeah, I mean, just didn't cope. You know.
I get it. You know, and trust me, I'm not here to ruin your life. It's just my job to obviously investigate what happened, and I'm like, there's no way, no how that this is like possible, you know. Obviously we both and my other partner did a pretty thorough investigation, and it is possible. With that being said, May 18th is kind of like when all this started. You remember May 18th on what you did?
Yeah, going to the strip club.
Oh, prior to that.
Oh, I went out to dinner drinks with coworkers.
Mm-hmm. That was like a trainee or?
Yeah, we were doing a training project, and we had somebody fly down from Chicago, so we just took them out for some drinks.
Right. So after that was at Matthews?
Yes.
So after that?
Is when I went to the
like that, was it like planned? Was it just like spur of the moment? Did you
was just kind of just by myself and my thoughts. You know, I thought I could just walk in there and walk out, basically, and it just spiraled out of control.
So you remember what time you guys left Matthews? Because that's not like a late night place, right?
No, I think we for like 7:30.
Right. And then you went to Scores at what time?
Probably got there like around 8:30.
Oh, by yourself?
By myself. Yeah.
So 8:30. So from between 8:30 and I want to say 1:30, did you use your own money, or was it all on a company card?
No, I did use my own money. Mm-hmm. I did use my own money. That's why I just honestly I don't know when I.
The investigation reveals that he spent over 9 hours at the clubs, making 8 separate transactions. The first few charges were on his own card, but at some point he switched to the company credit card.
To be honest,
I can tell you.
Yeah.
All that stuff happened around 1:30 a.m. So if you use your own stuff, your own money was from probably 8:30 when you got there until midnight, 12:30, and then like from 1:30 on is all on the company card. With that being said, I'm just going to be completely honest with you, and I know you're being honest with us because so far we haven't hit a hiccup yet. Everything's been pretty much on point. You know that at Scores, every time that you sign your name on that credit card, you had to put your thumbprint, you had to sign your name, they had to write the credit card number on there. It's on video, audio, video. So
and they took a copy of your ID on each one.
And your ID. So it's not like they're covering themselves on a business perspective because they can't say, hey, you know, I was blacked out, I don't know what's going on, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. They forced me to do this, you know, whatever. So I'm not throwing it out there to honestly to embarrass you or whatever you want to call it, but there were 8 transactions. You all know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can look at those. There are 8 transactions. Obviously, it's all your. I know it's small, but it's your ID, your thumbprints on there, your signature. And it goes from like 1:30 all the way until like almost 9 in the morning. So they actually like kept the place open for you because you were like high rolling, like doing your thing. Pretty impressive.
The club's strict policy required him to sign for each purchase and provide a fingerprint, making it impossible to deny.
So that's all you, right? Your thumbprint, your ID. Company's credit card. This is where I think it's like a little bit crazy. So you go home after that. Remember the deputies knocking on your door?
Yeah.
Everything was good. You were like, obviously had a long night, and
That wasn't right after.
that wasn't right after that.
No. They came to do a wall check, and I just explained the same thing.
Right.
Just kind of going through it with family and stuff like that. Said that people were concerned.
The following afternoon, obviously, after you go home, when you wake up, you go back to the Rose. Remember that? Or no?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it was a long night.
It was. It was.
You went there in the afternoon, right?
To the vendor, yeah.
Yeah. So at the Rose, you spent, I think it's 7 and change, $794.20, and then at Scores, you spent $41,779.32. So when you went to the Rose, obviously you didn't spend nearly as much, but obviously they have a copy of the credit card and your signature, and there was one of the transactions I know was $240. Remember that? Or no?
I mean, here and there, yeah.
So I think you gave them the credit card and you got cash back. Remember that? But honestly, you gotta put the past in the past, and you can't change this.
Police tell him that regardless of his situation, spending company funds like this is a crime.
Fortunately, but to be honest with you, from our 3-day investigation, a lot of people said you're a good dude. Not gonna lie. Oh yeah, I know Johnny. I know him for a long time. John had a great job. He's making good money. Even people from the bars. Nothing against like adult entertainment, but they're like, dude, I've known him for 15 years. He's been coming here as a regular customer. He does his thing. I could care less about that, honestly. I mean, everybody does whatever they want to do on their personal time, but I'm just saying, as a person, everybody was saying, hey, you're a good dude, you've been around for a while, he's never had an issue with him. Obviously, you can't spend $42K on a company credit card. Did you speak to anybody in the business regarding that?
Last week, Wednesday. Last Wednesday.
Wednesday. What did he say?
He basically said, we have a problem with the credit card. I explained the same thing. Just told him that I'll pay back whatever I can do. I'll take accountability for the card, and if you could put me on a payment plan, let's do that. Just like I said, I did black out. And again, no excuse.
Right.
I'm not gonna, can't sit here and blame everything on alcohol, right? And I told him that. I said, I don't remember pulling it out, and it just escalated from there. So I said, I apologize, and I told him, I apologize for the hardship that it's causing the job. Whatever I can do, I'll do.
Right.
And so then he was like, all right, well, let me speak to the lawyer. And he was like, are you willing to sign a payment plan? And I said, yeah.
He expresses regret, saying he blacked out and never intended for things to get this bad. He also apologizes for the trouble he caused the company and offers to set up a payment plan.
And that was it.
Well, that's cool. At least they're giving you the opportunity.
You haven't heard from him after that?
I haven't heard from him after that.
Where is that card actually now?
It's at the office.
So you brought it back?
Yeah, I took it back.
When did you do that?
It was the weekend prior to that Wednesday call. I just took it back because I still had stuff, like my stuff at the office. So I went and picked up my stuff and I left the card.
Now, did they tell you were fired, or did you go in and...
I resigned.
Okay.
I just resigned. I mean, just figured... Again, one wasn't so much the credit card, right? Because I didn't really capture or know how much it was. It was just more of like, I just told myself I can't do this anymore. Like just mentally, I can't perform the job duties and the functions that you guys need.
Right.
And then just because of the bender, it's just like they're not going to want to keep me here anyway after what happened. So I resigned.
That's I applaud you for that, honestly.
Yeah.
As long as you can face a lot of people can't face the reality of it. You.
Despite his willingness to cooperate, he still faces criminal charges.
And that's the thing, right?
Right. There's nothing you can't hide. There's no
like you said, I can't take it back.
There's no cutting corners. You got to move forward. So the only way you move forward is obviously listen. And like you said, I don't know too much about your past. Obviously, I didn't dig deep into that. I know you had some little issues back in the day. But when you are upfront and honest with a judge, a jury, people listening to what you're saying now, it's a lot better than you saying, dude, I don't know what happened. I don't know anything about a card. I don't know. I didn't do blacked out the alcohol, did the talking. They forced me to do it. It's not my signature. It's not my thumbprint. Somebody stole my identity. It's a lot better than you because now you're showing remorse that you made a mistake. You are human. And how do I fix this? Right? Although I still think it's pretty impressive. Not gonna lie.
We were honestly trying to figure out
how.
Yeah. How in one night.
Yeah.
The breakdown was the hardest part for us to understand.
So, not to get off topic too much, but obviously it is part of the investigation. So when you actually go to the back room, what is their protocol on what you needed to do? Hey, I want it one girl for an hour. What do you have to do?
To be honest, I don't remember that conversation.
Mm-hmm. It might not have been that exact conversation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But all I know is towards the ladder. Yeah, I had 2 girls in there.
Officers continue questioning him, piecing together the details of what happened that night at the strip club.
So there's a separate waitress or cocktail waitress that you conduct the transaction with and tell her what you want.
Correct.
So that's what he's trying to ask.
The initial conversation, like I said, because
right. But how do you get to that person? How do you get to her?
Are you with a girl out in the main area, and you're just hey, I want a private room, and then they bring you back?
That's what I don't that's what I don't remember. I don't know if the girl that I was sitting with at the main floor, if she was hey, let's go get a room, and then she spoke to the waitress, and then it all happened. I don't know if I initiated that part. Unfortunately, I don't remember.
Right.
That part I don't. So I don't know how it started.
So that once you go to the VIP lady or whatever it is that takes your thumbprint, ID, credit card stuff, you sign whatever contract it is that they have.
And then you go into the room.
And then you go into the room, you go do your thing. Hour later, you come back out and you say, hey, I want to do it again. Or they say, hey, you want to continue. You want to keep going, right? And then obviously they make you come back out every time and go through the same process again. Did you remember how long you were in there, or you didn't, or how many dances or anything like that?
No, just remember that it was time to go.
So you remember it was one girl and then it was 2 girls, towards the end?
I assumed I started with 2 girls.
Huh?
I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And that's again the unfortunate part is that I just don't remember that.
How you
that 1 o'clock period. Right?
Got there, right? At the other place, Rose's, that following day. Obviously, there's no thumbprint or whatever, but she asked you before you were by yourself.
In short, he blew $42,000 on strippers, lost his job over it, is headed to jail, and doesn't even remember what happened in that private room.
Do you remember the bartender that you were dealing with?
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't remember her name, but female, red hair, or blondish hair.
She knows you for a long time.
Caucasian, yeah. I just right now, her name.
Did you tell your wife? I'm not going over to talk to your family about anything, but did you tell your wife obviously what was going on or no?
I told my wife that I was at the strip club and there was a large transaction that was ran, so she's aware of it.
Yeah. I think that's it on my end, to be honest with you. Anything else? Anything else that you want to ask or add, maybe? Because I know it was a long day and a half for you.
And again, I'm just super remorseful about it and just
Right.
Wanted to do whatever I could just to make it right with the company.
Mm-hmm. And say, hey, we ended up doing something else. That's going to be on them. And then depending on what they want to do, depends on how they treat the criminal case. Obviously, don't contact them. Let them contact you, if anything. And let it just play its course. Obviously, leave the past in the past and just try to move on from your mistake. That's all I have. I mean,
That was on what day?
it was all May, the night of May 18th into May 19th is pretty much what.
And you resigned when?
That Monday.
The following Monday? What was it, the 19th?
Let me see. So May 18th was.
And as if legal trouble wasn't bad enough, he's now in deep water with his wife, arguably the bigger problem.
May 19th was Friday, so Monday the
To kind of realize what happened.
22nd is when you resigned. Is that when you brought everything back to?
No.
No? When did you bring everything back?
The week after.
Okay. And who'd you give it to?
I had a key to the office, so I just left it there.
Yeah.
I left my keys and stuff.
Left the key. Alright. Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Anything else, John?
Embarrassed and excited.
Well, you seem like you're doing better because to be able to admit that you knew that you were spiraling out of control, and
But there's also reasonings behind it.
right, but you also know why and what happened and everything, and you're cognizant of what's going on now. So still, even though you're going through this and this is something significant, but you're making progress because you're at least remorseful and understanding and trying to change it. So
Being able to face it is the hardest thing.
Yeah,
But I can tell you now, obviously, you gotta go to jail after this, but it's probably a burden off your back a little bit.
I mean, I'm just thinking about my son, my 11-year-old. So it's right now.
Mm-hmm. And I get it.
Oh, and let's not forget, he's got a lot of explaining to do to his kid.
The thing that you have to realize is this, everything that we do in life, there's there's right and wrong consequences for every action that you do. However you want to tell him, obviously what happened is on you, but once you get past this, it's not like you're not a murderer, you didn't kill anybody, it's not a violent crime, you're not going to capital punishment, stuff like that. You have to face whatever it is. Once you're out, you're out. And you face, obviously, the in-between time. But obviously from now until you get out is going to be tough. But just think about it. It's not hanging over your head anymore. Regardless, this would be hanging over your head until if you faced reality. And it could have been worse. They could have grabbed you when you're driving your car with your kids, tow the car, the whole 9 yards. It unfortunately it happened at the house when everybody's home, but now it's over for the most part, and you just you gotta go with the next step. That's it. And this maybe open your eyes a little bit and say, hey, my son and daughter are obviously more important than myself, and going out on a binge for 9 hours. Maybe you got it out of your system.
Yeah, and the time between now and, the court and all that stuff is going to be super important for your son, because if you are, concerned about what he's seeing, then if you spiral out of control again during this time, then that's obviously not a good plan. So, like you said, this is a step, got it over with. You can only move forward.
Anything else? Good.
The company has no choice but to press charges, and his case is now in the hands of the court. Number 2. Drunk employee explodes after being caught. A woman shows up to work at a therapy center for autistic children, but things quickly go wrong when her coworker accuses her of being intoxicated. Management decides to remove her from the workplace, but she refuses to leave. As tensions rise, police are called to handle the situation.
Is there anyone injured?
No.
No? Okay. Can we talk over there maybe?
Yes.
This is Jenny.
I'll talk to Jenny real quick. Hi. You're Jenny? Yes. Okay. What's going on today? Nothing. I was telling my supervisor nothing's going on, and she told me that I seemed out of it. Okay. And I was like, I'm tired. I work 2 jobs. Okay. Like, it's Friday. Like, I have to go to my other job, my yoga studio, and clean up and go to work. Sure. That's it. That's understandable. Okay. And that was it. Okay. And that was it. Did you physically go after anybody? Did anybody physically go after you? They just, I just kept asking them, like, what's wrong? Like, I didn't do anything. Like, what's wrong with it? And I just kept pleading to them. I was like, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Okay. And that was it. But it wasn't anything like me being aggressive to them. Or at least I didn't think it was being aggressive.
Did anybody put their hands on you?
No.
Okay, and you didn't put your hands on anybody else?
No.
Okay. How much sleep did you get last night?
I got 8 hours.
You got 8 hours? What time did you start this job today?
It would have been at 7.
So 7 in the morning.
So when I woke up, would have been 7. By the time I got here, it would have been 8.
Okay. So, and then you work what, 8 to
now.
8 to now? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Has this ever happened before? Have they never approached you?
No.
Okay.
Oh, this is new.
Okay. Have you had anything to drink?
No.
Okay. Are you somebody that does drink alcohol?
Occasionally, but not today.
Not today. Okay.
No. Especially not because I'm working.
Okay, so that's never something like you would
No.
go on your lunch break and maybe have a drink or anything like that. Okay.
No.
What about any type of like medicine you're on or anything like that?
Nothing.
Officers question her, asking if she's been drinking or taking anything that might impair her. She denies it all, saying she just had a long shift.
So you just feel tired?
Could be, but this is every Friday. Like, this is something.
Do you have days off? What are your days off?
No.
You
I
don't
mean,
get-
I'm Monday through Friday, and then so when I go and clean at the yoga studio, is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So it's not like it's just today.
Okay. So you just feel overtired.
I mean, I feel normal.
Okay. This
Yeah.
is your normal?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't know why they think you, did they say anything as to why they thought you looked maybe not abnormal?
No.
Like you didn't fall asleep at your desk or anything
No.
like that?
No.
Okay. Would you tell me if you had anything to drink and if I didn't tell your boss? Just so I know medically what I'm dealing with?
Yeah.
And you're saying no alcohol, no type of or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yes, you have or no, you haven't?
No.
No, you haven't. Okay.
No.
Okay. You do seem a little off to me talking to you, but I don't
In
know
what
you.
way?
You seem a little like slow to response, and your eyes are very glazed over. Were you crying at all?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
crying.
Okay.
Because of what they accused me of.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Let me ask, how old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay, so you're 32. Okay. So you haven't had anything, and you think this is more of a misunderstanding?
Yes.
Okay. How did you get to work today?
By myself. I'm like coming to here regularly. Yeah.
Okay. And you didn't drive or anything like that?
I mean, I drove.
Oh, you drove. You did
yeah,
drive.
of
Okay.
course.
You drove
That's what I'm
yourself
trying
there.
to tell you. Like, I drove
Okay.
here normally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got to talk to my partner. This is kind of I got to make sure nothing criminal happened. I don't think anything.
She continues insisting she hasn't done anything wrong, but as they talk to her, they notice the clear signs of intoxication.
Okay. Then it's going to be more of an internal thing with your workplace. How long have you worked here?
I worked here since October.
October? Okay. So they might have some internal whatever they're going to decide to do. That's out of our hands, okay? The next thing I will have to do is make sure you're good to drive. Okay? So you would be able to pass some field sobriety test, or I could just get a PBT and you could blow into it and it should show all zeros, right? Or is it not going to?
No, at that point, that's whatever you guys think.
I just want to make sure you're good to drive. I sure wouldn't want you to get behind the wheel and then have an accident, and you don't need that in your life, right? You don't need a DUI, because you could leave here, head yourself into another town, and then something else bad happens. So if I gave you a PBT test, would you blow zeros or no? You can just shake your head yes or no. I don't care. And I'm not going to tell your boss. It's not my place to tell your boss.
I mean, it's not
My
my
concern
place
is
to
you-
tell anything.
My concern is you don't drive if you had too much to drink.
I mean, I'm fine right now, and there's nothing to...
Would it be, okay, how about this? Would it be best if you called a friend or a family member or an Uber to have you leave for tonight and come get your car later?
Sure.
Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I appreciate that, okay?
Yeah.
But let me go talk to my partner,
Okay.
and then we're going to try to get out here. Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah. Let me get it.
Oh, no. You don't have to get it. Just, I don't want you to have any confrontation with them. I'll just write your name. Is it Jennifer?
Yeah.
What's your middle initial?
G.
G? And your last name?
Sanchez. S-A-N-C-H. Easy.
Okay, what's your date of birth? And a good phone number for you? What, you just have like your purse and stuff here on your foot? Is that your phone at your desk? Okay, just have a seat. My partner's gonna hang tight with you, okay?
At first, she seems cooperative. She agrees to let someone else drive and even offers to get her belongings and call for a ride.
So at this point, you know, they don't want to do anything other than have her.
Okay, perfect. Okay, she's gonna get an Uber. You gonna do an Uber?
I mean, I'm fine. I'm just telling you,
Here, I'm
like,
gonna be
if
honest
you
with
need...
you. You're not good to drive. I can tell by talking to you. Okay?
No, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm fine.
You're not fine to drive.
I'm
So
gonna tell you right now,
okay.
I'm fine.
I know that's what you're telling me, but I can tell by just the communication I've had with you, you're not okay to drive. Okay? So like the best plan is for you to get an Uber. Where's your phone at? Do you want to grab? Why don't you grab your stuff and call yourself an Uber?
Okay.
Is this your water bottle? Because it's leaking.
This week.
Okay, this one.
You drink a whole one in a day?
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
But just when things seem to be calming down, she snaps.
Oh, good job,
Hey, we're not gonna have any. We're not gonna have any.
Let's walk out.
Yeah.
We're gonna walk out.
Good job,
Favorite stuff.
Okay, we're gonna leave. We're gonna keep walking.
Good job.
Keep walking.
Hey,
Keep walking.
All right, that's it.
Now you're gonna go.
So fucking...
All right, don't move. I'm gonna make these so they don't tighten up on you, okay?
Shut up.
Don't move.
You're so perfect.
Dragon 1383 came along time for my recharge. Where's your car? Is it back up there? Yeah, so we'll go out this door.
The officers immediately take her into custody. She starts yelling and resisting, making the situation worse for herself.
Is there an exit that way or no?
Oh, you. Jenny, we're gonna get you up, okay?
Yeah, I know.
We're not looking to fight with you, okay?
Oh, I know.
All right, I'm gonna help you up. Ready? One, just
No,
come this way.
help me? Can you help me?
Sure, that's fine.
Not you.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
You go sit up. Now walk up.
You good? I'll be right
That's
behind
fine.
you.
Yeah, can you just open a door for us, please?
Oh, can you just open up? Can you
Yeah.
just open up? Can I get all my stuff?
I'll grab your stuff.
No.
I'll grab your stuff.
Officer, please.
I'll grab your stuff. Whoa, whoa. Don't.
Oh, you
Let's go.
ugly. You were the most terrible manager ever. You never gave me keys back. You were terrible.
No.
What? Yeah. I will. I will.
1382, give me a second. Did you get hit, ma'am? Okay.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, perfect timing. You can just... Let me go get my car.
Yeah.
She's just squirrely.
Just trying to have somebody open up a door for us.
We tell we got here? Or?
Yeah, don't kick me.
Stop.
You've already been charged with aggravated battery. Don't move. Are you injured?
Oh, you're asking me right now if I'm injured? My right cuff is injured. You.
As they escort her outside, she becomes more aggressive, throwing insults and refusing to cooperate. Her attitude goes from defensive to completely unhinged.
You're a cop right now.
Don't kick me.
You are a if you're telling me that if anything is injured, you're a because you were injuring my right hand right now.
Don't move.
Oh, you.
Don't move.
Jennifer.
Don't move. Don't move.
Move. It's the same you guys are putting us through.
You hold the door.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay. I'll...
You want me to stand up?
We're gonna go in the car.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look, I have to check you before you get in my car.
Go ahead,
Please don't kick me. Please don't do anything
I'm
violent.
not doing it to you. Just what? Just shut the
Gotcha.
it. Just do it. Ma'am, you have nothing to worry about. Shut the
Sit back for me, please.
I'm sitting. What the am I gonna do?
Yep.
Shut up, dude. Just leave me
We gotta
alone.
put the seatbelt on you, okay?
You gotta put your
Okay,
seatbelt
leave
on.
me.
So
Okay,
she's
go.
gonna
Where is it?
pass the
Why
seatbelt
does
to me.
she?
Oh, here we go.
She's gonna pass it.
She doesn't
Okay.
She doesn't fucking know what she's doing. She's look at her.
Just sit back for me so we can get this around.
Barely. Look at this.
You got it?
Good for you, ma'am.
Okay.
Good for you.
She now faces a range of charges, from aggravated battery on a peace officer to resisting arrest, battery, and property damage. Instead of just losing her job, she now has a court date and serious legal consequences to deal with. Number 1. Employee charged after fight over chicken tenders. A simple disagreement over 3 chicken tenders at Zaxby's turns into a full-blown fight between 2 employees. Here's how it all got ugly.
Basically, they started arguing, they were bickering back and forth. One of them went to the other side where the other one was. They started, saying, "Oh, you don't know who I am, don't disrespect me like that." And then one of them tried walking away, and she was saying, "Oh, I'll beat her this time, the third." They got close to each other, one pushed the other, and then that's when they started fist fighting.
So they're both workers?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they both here?
One of them already left. Give me 1 moment, ma'am. The other one is still here.
Okay. So are you guys wanting them trespassed, or
you
wanting them trespassed, or what do you guys want?
I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do. I know we're getting rid of one. One of them has to. The one that started like with pushing.
Is she still here?
Yeah, that's the one that's still here.
The one that's cooking right now on the other side?
No, she's in the office right now.
Okay. Hello.
As of right now, we're just talking.
Okay. So what happened? What happened today? You said there's a lot of stuff. Are you not wanting to talk about it, or?
No, I was just trying to walk away from the situation, and she was just like poking at me and instigating. It's like I'm at work, we're in a rush. Like I don't know if you ever worked fast food before,
I did.
but you know when it's a rush, it's high intensity inside the kitchen. Everybody has their own move, but I've already been here for over a month now. She just started, but it's okay because I told her to communicate. There's no need for any of what transpired to happen because it's not even like that. But it all transpired because I guess the tenders wasn't ready. I don't know. I'm not on that side frying. I'm on the counter side, so I'm doing the people that's signing in and to-go orders. And they told me don't touch the tenders because they wasn't ready. So I just went ahead and picked 3 up that I needed, and I asked her could she go ahead and put them inside the fryer for me. And she cut them open. I'm like, listen, no, you can't cut them because usually
It starts when one worker follows instructions to cut the tenders, but her coworker disagrees, saying they should not be cut. Instead of letting it go, the argument escalates as both employees get more frustrated.
usually you cut them when you use a salad or something like that. But I said, no, you can't cut them. I'm using them for them. So she continued to cut them. I'm like, no, I just need you to drop them. So
For like the little nibblers?
yeah. So she continued to like see which ones are ready, and I just grabbed them around, dropped them inside the car. So she turned around and said to one of the managers, but she was like looking at me while she was talking, but I'm still trying to get the orders over because I'm the only person that's on the counter. So I have a lot of orders. I'm not trying to like talk or do anything of that. I have to work. So she said, so if all these aren't done, I don't know if they're done or not because I'm not on that side. If all these are not done, why not just drop them? Can you just go ahead and drop them? You're not doing anything. I'm on counter. You don't know me that like where I've been here for a month. I have never gotten into anything like that. And it gets tense in there to where sometimes it just be straight silence after somebody says something. Because we know like it's a rush right now and we need to work. Once the rush is over, everybody calm, cool, and collected. We talking, we joking around. There's no need for you to be screaming, oh, you don't know me, I beat your like.
Did you ask her to drop tenders?
Yeah. This is where it spiraled.
What so what happened after that? So she keep running her mouth, you're walking back and forth.
Or walking around. So when I came, I was trying to put something down. And I was saying to her, I'm like, listen, you're not understanding. I'm still having a conversation. I'm not rowdy. I'm not doing any of that. Because our managers are right here. It's not just us. So it's not really like, it's a need to, how it would be versus we have a mediator there.
Right.
If it's us on the street, how it would be. I'm not like that. Because like I said, I have too much to lose. And then she's in my face like we could kiss how she's in my face.
So the only real contact was you pushed her to get away from you. And why did you push her? Because she was all up in your face?
Can I demonstrate on you if you
Yeah.
like pushing up on me like that?
You're good. Battery? No.
No, please.
So she was like that and you kind of just like back up.
Eventually, the aggressive employee pushes her, and that's when the fight begins. Punches are thrown, and the situation quickly gets out of control.
So she was already touching you?
Yeah, she was already. That's what I'm like. I wasn't trying to do anything. Even when she was standing in the walkway, I was, excuse me, because I'm not.
And it's all because she actually dropped in. So did they all see it?
The manager.
Hello. Good.
What happened?
Huh?
So what happened?
Are you the other person? Let's go talk over there.
I'm wanting them to call y'all and press charges on her.
Okay. All right. What's going on?
Okay. We was dropping food. It's so petty. It's so simple. The only reason I'm calling y'all because I was assaulted. And at the end of the day, you don't go around putting your hand on nobody. You don't run up on nobody swinging on them. I just got out of prison. I'm in a halfway house right now. And if I was able to fight her back, I wouldn't be calling y'all. But you can't go around doing that. She like literally assaulted me. Like for real, for real. You can look at the cameras. You can see from a simple verbal altercation to you running up, swinging on people, not one time, 2 times.
Well, so walk me through what led to.
Okay, we was cooking food. She, the fingers wasn't done. She said, do we know if they're done? And I remind you, I just started this job. I only been here for a week. She said, is these fingers done? I said, I don't know, you have to cut it. This is my first time, like, actually cooking the food. Like.
The employee who was attacked is still shaken up and insists she was just trying to do her job. She tells officers she had no intention of fighting back because she just got out of prison and doesn't want to risk going back.
So I was like, I don't know, you gotta cut it. So she was like, can you drop these for me? I'm working on this side. It's 2 different sides. The person that I'm working with that's training me told me to cut the fingers to see if they're done because the ones we just cut wasn't done. So she told me to cut it in the middle, which is the manager, to see if it's done. So I cut it and gave it to her. She yelled at me. I didn't ask you to do this. I say, they're done in the middle. Well, I didn't ask you to do it. So she ended up walking to the side that I'm on. She's on that side, I'm on it, like how this block, that's like the middle of the station. She's working on that side, I'm working on this side. So she walks on this side and she dropped the fingers. So I asked, I say, well, is those fingers done all right there? Because you only dropping a little bit. Like, why not, are you going to, do we drop them all? Because I'm just learning, I don't know nothing. I said, well, do we just drop them all? She just started going off, like, belligerent, like, you don't know what the fuck you doing, get the fuck out the kitchen. I said, well, wait, yo, you mad disrespectful right now. You ain't got to talk to me like that. Like, at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So the manager there, so I said, okay, well, this is disrespectful. Y'all don't, I just did training. Y'all don't even tolerate this. It happened in front of y'all. I'm finna go. Because I can't do this hostile environment. I'm not finna work in nothing like this. However y'all want to write it, I don't know who y'all need to call, but I'm finna leave because I'm not finna work in a situation like this. I'm not finna do it. So she leaves and go back on that side and come back over here and was like, she started like talking, like she's talking like trying to like, you know, bicker and stuff. I said, girl, you don't know me. And she was like, well, you don't know me neither because I you up. You don't know me. You don't know how I get out. I say, and I ain't scared of you. So while I'm talking to the manager, I say, yeah, see this? I'm finna go. So she comes get in my face. And then she was like, because I'll mush you right now. And I was like, well, do it. So she mushed me and she hit me. And you know, then they right there, they tried to break it up. So they break it up. And then as we're leaving, going out, I'm trying to clock out, she run up on me again.
Management steps in to separate them, but the damage is already done.
Which manager was like right there?
Hector.
Okay.
You can look at the cameras. The cameras will show everything.
The other officer that's talking to her,
yeah,
he's
gonna
end up
show
watching.
everything. Like at the end of the day, you know.
Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah. And my officer from the halfway house is on her way up here right now.
Okay.
Like this is definitely a battery. Like you know, I know. Like I just got out of prison. Like I back in my older days, like I told, I said, you remind me of you. You gotta learn. You don't go around putting your hands on people. Nah, I'm not finna be in nowhere street fighting. I'm not young. I'm not doing that no more. I learned from all that. I'm not going back to, you know, I don't have to do that. So I asked them, I said, can y'all please call the police? Because at the end of the day, I understand that, you know, you just blacked out and you did it one time, you know? But 2 separate occasions, nah.
You have your ID on you real quick, just in case if we do go about doing something. They want to put you as in trouble. I mean, both y'all going back, you have a right to defend yourself. If she's already putting her body on you as defense.
But I don't want to, like, can we just wait and see to the end because...
We still got to document it, though. We were called here by the manager, so they're going to want documentation.
That's fine. Can we wait till after, please?
To what?
To see how it's going to be documented.
Well, I still got to document. I still need your name.
Okay.
You got a warrant or something?
No, I'm on probation.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're already making contact, so you have to tell her anyway. What are you on probation for?
Possession. With intent to
distribute? Of what?
No. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you know something. What you got? You know. What was it?
To make matters worse, the aggressive employee already has a criminal record. When officers question her about it, her reaction says it all.
Weed? What is it?
I don't know.
You do know.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I mean, I'm going to look it up either way.
I mean,
It's going to tell me when I run your name.
yeah, but what they charge me for is not accurate, so
Okay.
it's just kind of
I don't take you as a...
I'm not, so it's wrong place at the wrong time type of thing.
So did other people get charged too? No? So it wasn't yours, or you just took the fall?
It wasn't.
Was there a guy in the car? No? So they put you on how long probation? Huh? 5 years?
When you're questioning as far as like, you know, why aren't we dropping all of the tenders and everything like that, and she's saying basically, you know, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, why the fuck are you in the kitchen?
She had like she was just real disrespectful, and like I'm telling the managers, like, y'all, this in front of y'all let this girl assault me 2 times, like. Don't get me wrong, I could have fought her,
right?
Like, but I can't. I'm not going to go there. I'm not finna go back in life. I can't do that.
Right. So when she was arguing with you and basically saying like, you know, she could mush you and everything like that.
That's when she did it. Like when she was arguing, and then she was just like, just maybe because I was so nonchalant like this and I wasn't like aggressive. I think she did it because she felt like I probably wasn't gonna do nothing.
As the investigation unfolds, officers realize the situation is even worse than they thought. Not only did she start one fight, but after the first altercation was broken up, she launched a second attack, this time while the other employee was trying to clock out.
I was so calm.
Right. But you said, you know, well then do it, because she kept pressing it and everything like that, right?
She was like, I'll mush you. I was like, well, do it. Like,
okay.
You know, you being aggressive, you doing all this. All that, you hit me, you going to jail. Like,
right.
And then I told her that. I said, you hit me, you going to jail.
That was broken up.
And then I was walking the clock out. Because I'm trying to clock out. I'm like, y'all don't have to hold her. Like, she's good. I'm not finna hit her.
Right.
She good. Y'all ain't got to hold her, make it seem like lock her up in this office like she just is, because she finna go to jail. Because I know me. I'm not finna fight her back. I'm not finna street brawl with nobody and I could just call the police. And
where do you guys clock in and out
right
of?
Here, I was walking to here.
Okay, was she trying to go into like the office or something to separate?
They pushed her in the office. Like,
okay.
They pushed her in the office. And to be truthful, I don't remember every little detail. I'm not gonna sit up here and keep you. The only thing I know is that I was assaulted not once but twice, and the camera gonna show it.
Okay.
You pushed the manager too?
I didn't mean to. I was trying to, because my glasses was on the floor. I didn't mean to.
Can you play that back just a little bit before it starts?
I see, and I'm still walking away, and she's still following me around. I'm still walking away, and she's still following my every move.
Security footage confirms everything, making it clear that this wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was intentional.
So who do you see the aggressor in that?
I didn't punch her though.
Who do you see the aggressor in that video?
I still feel.
Be honest with me.
Can we play it back?
I mean, she's running her mouth.
No, but she walked up on. We don't wait.
You turned around.
I turned around and I said, "But you're still not understanding. I'm still talking to her."
We're watching. All watch the same video.
Okay.
So she is running her mouth, right? Freedom of speech, loud, whatever. But you're the one that decides to make that U-turn and come up to her face.
No, I didn't come up to her face. Yeah, please.
Watch. Stop.
I stopped and I turned. No, she walked. She was walking up on me.
You're pushing her back. Look.
Because she's on me.
Look.
Yeah, and I mushed her. I I mushed her. I didn't punch her, but I didn't walk. She's already following me. Can we play that back a little bit more? Because even as I was walking, she was walking behind me a little bit, and I stopped and I turned around and I said, "You're still not understanding."
Then let's watch the other portion.
Yeah, she tagged her again.
So then y'all get over there.
No, we could start back from right there because she was
I
still
saw
walking
what I saw
behind.
right there.
Okay.
Every single time, you're the one that throws the hand first.
No.
She's running her mouth off. Did you not see that too?
Can we go back? Because Edward grabbed me to come.
Okay. What did you said she wants to press charges? Okay.
Can I call my mom?
With the evidence stacked against her, the employee who started the fight is charged with battery.
Can I talk to her?
Hold on a little bit. Put the phone down.
Please.
We're gonna take her back. We're gonna take her backpack off really quick.
Can I talk to her, Jay?
Put the phone down.
She doesn't want to talk to you, honey.
I need to call my mom.
Give me a hand.
Please.
Wait a second. Chill out. Okay.
Is she still here,
The
Jay?
whole time you're being aggressive.
I promise you, Jay.
She is running her mouth.
Can we
Stop
watch
moving.
it again,
I already
please,
watched
sir?
it.
Jay, please, I'm begging you. I
You
cannot, Jay, please.
What's that?
You get a chance. Can you you have
I don't have anything.
a USB or anything, bro?
I can record on my phone.
Okay. If you get, can you just grab that real quick?
Jay, can you please?
I put her phone.
Jay, please, can you
Let me go tell.
Okay.
Because she's sitting on the bench in the front.
T, can you come here, please? Can I just talk to you for like 2 minutes?
We got it.
Please? I'm like really begging you. Can you come?
We gotta walk to the car.
I'm not trying to pull you, but you keep pulling back.
Sir, can I just call my mom?
Give us a second, all right? I mean, you watched the
I
video.
promise you, can we watch it again
We
so
already-
we can see?
we watched
sir,
it. The whole
I'm
time-
not trying to be aggressive.
I'm not saying you are, but the whole time you're the one
no,
that's
I don't
aggressive.
have anything in my pocket.
The whole time, I get it that she's running her mouth.
No,
listen.
Okay, can I
You
talk
watched.
after you?
Listen, you watched the same video I did, right? So the whole time she's running, right? You're walking, and then you turn around to go close to her. Yes, you guys are face to face, and then you keep pushing back on her, and then you finally push her. And then over there, when you're walking around, you hit her again when she gets close to you. She's not even touching you. She didn't even throw one punch.
She did. Sir, you don't see my face?
No.
Despite clear proof that she was the aggressor, she continues to protest and defend herself.
Scratch.
You see, and then I have a bruise on me. Can I just
Have a seat.
Sir, can I call my mom?
It's not my choice. She wants to press charges.
That's why I want to talk to her.
Okay, so have a seat. I'll let you. We'll call someone whoever needs to, but have a seat.
I'm not from here.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from Miami, and I only been up here 3 months. That's why I want to talk to her,
All right.
sir. Please, can you
What-
just give me a chance to
I can't.
let her know that,
So,
listen, my intention...
Ms. Dobson, listen what I'm trying to tell you. She's the one that told my partner that she wants you to press charges. I'm not going to sit there and allow you to beg her or me talk to her and all this stuff and everything. He's already talked to her. Okay. She said that she wants to pursue charges. Okay?
Officer Secure, can I say something to you?
Yes.
Sir, I am not a troublemaker by all means, sir.
You don't seem like it, but you...
Can I please, sir?
Go ahead.
I am not a troublemaker by no means. I only been up here for 3 months, sir. All I'm just trying to do is get myself together. I stay in the homeless shelter. I stay at the Salvation Army. I come to work, and I work very hard, sir. I only been here for a month. I just want to talk to her so we could get understanding. That's why I turned around in the video and I said, you're still not understanding to talk to her. Not to be aggressive to her. I was ignoring her. I work here and I don't do anything to no one. Sir, I just want to say, like, to talk, and that's what I was trying to do in the video, was to explain to her, like, listen, you're taking it all out of proportion. I didn't brush up.
I'll
on
talk
her.
to her again.
Please,
I'm not
sir.
doing no begging stuff back and forth.
No.
This is a business.
Yeah, and I understand that.
Okay, so
and
I'm not going to do all that. So
No,
I'm going to
can you-
ask her and I'll talk to her again. If she chooses not to, then she not
Can
to.
you tell her that I did not, by all means, I did not
But you
want anything of that to happen.
I get it, but
And I
sweetheart,
really-
listen to what I'm saying. You watched the same video I did.
And I understand
Okay,
that.
so the entire time, you're the one that's aggressive.
But
the entire
I wanted
time.
to talk. No,
She does have a mouth on her, but that's freedom of speech.
Yeah, and I was ignoring her.
Once you
sir.
put your hands on someone, that's a whole different
And
story.
I pushed her out of my way. I was just pushing her out of my face.
But that's not what happened.
Yeah, and
You
I
saw the video I seen.
But in the end, her excuses fall flat because surveillance footage doesn't lie.
And she's still in the same spot. You walk, you walk, you walk. She said, you turn back around, you take a step to her. Now you've made yourself, hold on. Now you've made yourself chest to chest with her.
Yes.
You've made that. And then you're the one that keeps taking a step, you're backing her up. And then you allow it to get to you, and then you sling her. And then you sling the manager.
I didn't mean
That wasn't trying to pick
I
up your hat.
I didn't really mean to touch Hector. But,
All right,
sir,
sit
can
back
I-
for me.
Can I talk to her, please?
No,
sir?
not
Or
right now.
Can you let her
I will.
know?
I'll talk to her.
Can
Sit
you
back.
please, sir? Officer? No, I don't want to give you a hard time. I
All
really
right, just sit back for me then.
I just genuinely want to say.
All right, watch your foot. Sit back.
And can I call my mom?
Sit back.
Because I don't know her number by heart.
We'll get it. We'll get it. 7016. I'm 1015. So she's wanting me to beg you and please and all this stuff like that. I told her it's not going to work. So she was trying to. That was after she was trying to make you the primary aggressor the whole time. Video shows 100% different. Yes, you were loud, but that's a policy thing. First Amendment, maybe a policy thing is yelling and screaming, whatever. Y'all did act childish, but that still doesn't give a right to someone to put their hands on you. And you're sitting there talking and stuff, video shows, she's the one that turns back around, comes up, bump to you, push you, and then starts throwing hands. And then the second time, you're over there, you're talking and stuff like that, whatever, and you guys are talking, but then she comes again and she turns around and hits you.
Right.
Each time she had an opportunity to walk away.
Right. And that's my thing, because I know when you run me, you're going to see. I used to be like that. And I told her, if you hit on the auto.
Well, she's all scared now because she's on probation for 5 years. So
I just got out of prison. This is I'm at the reentry center. I just got out of prison 2 weeks ago. You look, I got history of violence. Literally, I could have cut her with grease, cut her, stabbed her, something. But I would have went back to prison. I got a history of it. I'm not scared.
But you better yourself.
I'm bettering myself, and at the end of the day,
That's
in
called
order
growth.
for you to learn, you got to learn through this. I hate that I got to do this to my sister. But you did it 2 times, not once, but twice. Oh, I'm sorry.
The victim, while frustrated with how things played out, is relieved that she didn't retaliate and escalate things further. She knows that making the wrong move could have put her back in legal trouble.
Yep. I appreciate y'all.
It ain't no issue. I forgive her. That's why I didn't go there. It's just my fault. I don't been in the back of this car so many times, but she gotta learn. And that's the only way to learn. You can tell her my record.
I've been there too.
I don't been there. I'm fresh out of prison. She must didn't know that. I've been out for 2 weeks. I ain't signed up for this. And this is how I gotta move to better myself.
Amen.
Tell her. So she got a little more learning to do. She young, which is cool. No problem.
Imagine ending up in jail over chicken tenders. Sounds ridiculous, right? Well, for this suspect, that's now a reality. Well, that's one way to lose your job. Hope the mugshot was worth it. Drop your thoughts in the comments.